Alright everyone, welcome. It's great to have you here today, because I think today I saw a movie. Now, it's got a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes at this moment, so I just went out of curiosity to see this movie. The movie is called Addicted. And Addicted is about a young woman who has the perfect life. She's got perfect children, a perfect husband, and I believe her mother stays with her in their house and takes care of the kids so both the father and the mother can work. And one day, because of her job, she deals with artists. She meets a painter who's as beautiful as all these other people in this film. Everybody is just so beautiful in this movie. He's beautiful, and so they hook up. They have the best sex of their life. Even though she does seem like she loves her husband, and she seems like the sex in their life is beautiful and wondrous and magical. But because of the plot, she meets that man, that painter, and they decide to get it on. Then more plot happens, and then they get it on again. And then more plot happens, and then she meets another guy and gets it on with him. And then more plot happens, and then she goes back and has sex with the painter guy, and then more plot happens, and then more sex. So that is what Addicted is about. And there's some things in the film that happen and then conclude, and then it's over, and then the credits roll. So yeah, it's a movie. It looks good. The people look good. There's no real noticeable actors or actresses that I've ever seen, by name at least. But I've seen them in other movies, and everybody looks good. But to my surprise, this film is not directed by Tyler Perry. Even though it really reminds me of a film I saw last year that I can't remember, like Confessions of a something that I saw last year. So I remind me of that, but I was like, wow, I'm surprised that Tyler Perry did not direct this film. So yeah, everything looks good. I mean, it looks like the movie was shot well, and it's set up, and the actors act in the film. So what's the big problem about the movie? And maybe you can tell from the sound of my voice, is that I'm not that excited to talk about it, because it's not really an exciting story to talk about. It's boring, it's dull, it's painfully bland. There's things that happen to these characters that well, especially the main character, there's something that happens I don't want to spoil for anybody that might want to see this movie, though I think most people have seen it since it's been out for a few weeks, is that there's something that happens to the main character, and that if that happened in real life, that person would be dead. But somehow, they survive. I don't know how that happens. Now, this is based on a novel that I plan to never read, nor even think about reading, or going to think about this movie even more than I talk about it. And you might be surprised of my final rating of this film. I only rate this film, the rating that I give it, mainly the fact that it looks like a movie. Again, it looks good, and the actors look good, and the performances are adequate and decent. But I wish that the script was stronger, because they could have took something like this story, and there's movies out there in the past that have taken a movie like this, because this movie is just recycled from films like this whole genre is put out. That if you just put the same actors and the same direction, the same look into a smarter script, you probably would have had a movie that was definitely interesting and compelling, and you cared about the characters, and you cared where it went. And really, for only those reasons, that I saw that this movie could have had major potential if it would have just cared, especially about the audience that it's trying to attract. But for me, it's just an average film goer. It's not the worst movie that I've seen in 2014. It's definitely not even good. So I'm going to be pretty, mainly the fact that there were some nice scenes. Yes, there's a lot of sex in the movie, but the sex wasn't even that exciting to watch. And this movie definitely should have just been on television, maybe on Lifetime Movie of the Week, or late night on Cinemax. Not even good for that, because it's kind of nothing. But, ooh, I think the sky or something's... That wasn't me. Though you would never know. Anyway, that was probably the most exciting aspect of my review. I'm going to end on that. Thank you. I live by a freeway, and that was a truck. I promise you that was a truck. Anyways, believe me or don't believe me, I don't care. I'm done talking about Addicted. The movie is not the worst movie, but there are some things that could have made it a at least watchable film. And for that, I'm going to give Addicted a slight 2 stars out of 4. Mainly the fact that the movie looked good, the actors looked good, and they looked like they could have done so much better if the script actually cared about them. But it doesn't. Alright everyone, thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and I'm on Facebook. Please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. Also go to Long Beach Acting, swallow, and Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. Please also go to MovieManCHAD, and if you somehow enjoyed this movie review, which I very much doubt it, I'd really appreciate you subscribe to my channel, because I know there's movies out there that I'm more excited about talking about, whether they're crap or not. This movie was just a flatliner. Please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day, a wonderful night, and if you actually have seen Addicted, what did you think of this movie? I'd really appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Peace be with you, my friends.